Parents, faculty, students, esteemed guests, and fellow members of the class of 2016. Yes, fellow members, because I have become an ad hoc member of this magnificent 2016 class. After 39 years receiving my Foxcroft education, I'm finally graduating as part of this class of Sweet 16. And what a class it is. Together, they shine with collective achievements and unsurpassed brilliance. And as individuals, who wouldn't be impressed by Acacia's remarkable wit and humor, Pipsy's steely determination and athletic prowess, Jessie's elegant and seemingly effortless dance fluidity, Phelan's heartfelt yet pointed poetics, Inez's utter kindness and helpfulness, and Sophia's exemplary caring and musicality, and of course, Alexi's incomparably captivating smile, you'll see very soon. There are 39 other equally notable class members. I see this remarkable day as a reminder of the circle that is such the symbol of this ceremony and what it means. We are sitting here in the round, the three crucial groups, parents, faculty, and students, and the last official act of this gathering will be the formation of the Foxcroft Circle, which spirals ever forward as the seniors become no longer Foxcroft students, but alumni who now go out to conquer the world. Thus, we see all three phases of time represented: today, yesterday, and of course, tomorrow. So let's look first at today and the familiar yet oh so meaningful phrase, "No more days till we get out." Sound familiar? I know the golden oldies in this class have been longingly singing this phrase of eager anticipation for almost 4 years. So this is the moment to savor its heft and its true implications. You're settled in this lush and lovely garden in the sun, of course. Thank you, Miss Charlotte. I need to add here that in 39 years, I've experienced only one indoor graduation. That's influence. And you are not gazing not just at your parents and friends, and that pile of diplomas that coyly sits on that stark little table, but you gaze most intently with blissful anticipation toward that garden gate and the world and the rest of your life that lies beyond it. So when my words are finished and Lexi has had her say and we congratulate the award winners and watch each of you embrace, wave, hug your green leather-bound badge of achievement, you will join the Foxcroft Circle and then go through that gate for the last time as students at Foxcroft. That phrase, "no more days till we get out," always uttered with such conviction and longing, makes me think about how we spend so much of our lives wishing we were someplace else, or that tomorrow or next year would come more quickly. Some of you may be sitting there today thinking, "I can't wait to be at the beach," or "I really wish I could post this on Instagram." We are not well adjusted when it comes to our relationship with time. Today is really the only thing we surely have, and we continually wish it away or waste it, seldom satisfied to fully live in the present moment, always leaning forward, never content to embrace the one sure thing we have today. That is today, right now, 10/25, May 27th, 2016. The author, Jerry Spinelli, said it this way: live today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. Inhabit your moments. Don't rent them out to tomorrow. So I need your help, because if there's ever a moment worthy of our full attention and complete beingness, then it is this truly golden gathering in this exquisite garden with Miss Charlotte shining down on us, so proud and triumphant yet again for this 102nd graduation. I would like for everyone to turn to the person next to you and say, "I am so happy to be here with you at Foxcroft on this great occasion." So let's do that. Let's turn to the next person. "I am so happy to be here with you at Foxcroft on this great occasion." And shake that person's hand or give them a hug. Yes, we have finally connected, and that's great. This is a day that begs us to connect. This is a day that requires us to bask in what it really means to be as part of something bigger than ourselves, something magical and fully alive, to reach out to each other and truly be a part of this moment, not just occupying a chair and wishing it was time for the little sandwiches and punch, but connecting to the experience as it unfolds. It was E.M. Forster, the great English novelist. Lucy Matz knows who I'm talking about because she wrote a wonderful paper this spring on him, who says in his novel Howard's End, only connect the prose and the passion, and both will be exalted, and human love will be seen at its height. Forster entreats us to find that natural spark, to ignite and light the vision of our own lives. How ironic that such profound self-awareness isn't really about us at all, but about ourselves in the greater context of finding the purpose of life through our relationships with others. So this day is the day of celebration of both accomplishment and connection. We are here and we are prepared to be completely happy and hopeful for all the members of the class of 2016. In our constantly expanding circle, what about the past? Miss Charlotte opened Foxcroft in October 1914 with 28 girls and one boy, Francis Green. For the first 10 years, the graduation ceremonies were held on Brick House lawn, and each class for those first 10 years planted an ivy vine to symbolize the connection and the slowly spiraling, ever upward motion of a school that was successful and growing. In 1925, the ceremony was moved to the garden. And I like to think that our Foxcroft Circle is the direct descendant of those early ivy vines, as it replicates the beautiful round and circling movements of the ever-growing vine, the alumni of the school joining hands and marching forward through time, ever reliant on those who have gone before, as the new class begins to create the next chapter of the Foxcroft story. When I think about this lovely symbolic circle that will end our proceedings today, I think of all the girls that have gone before, back through time, to that first year. And the end, or the beginning of the line, there is Miss Charlotte, clutching the hand of perhaps Kay Sage or Flora Whitney, both members of that first class, and confident even then that they would always be there for each other and the school as it grew. This deep responsibility felt by so many in the constantly expanding line of graduates was expressed by Betty Sharp, class of 1926, when she wrote, "But the point that strikes us most clearly is that Foxcroft does not change. Its face may change, the girls, the buildings, the faculty, but the heart and soul of Foxcroft, which is embodied in Miss Charlotte, is the same and will keep the spirit alive till the end." So the spiral continues, and when Chloe, next year's student head of school, leads the seniors out for the last walk as students, I like to think about seeing them take the hand of the last student in the line from last year's class of 2015, and then 2014, and back until at the final position will be Miss Charlotte, with a wonderful look of pride and satisfaction on her face, showing that just as Lily Briscoe feels at the end of Virginia Woolf's novel To the Lighthouse, as after many disappointments, she finally finishes her painting, her masterpiece. There it was, her picture. Yes, with all its greens and blues, its lines running up and across, its attempts at something. It was done. It was finished. Yes, she thought, laying down her brush in extreme fatigue, I have had my vision. Miss Charlotte also must have felt extreme fatigue as she followed her heart and started the school which seemed sometimes no doubt to be the impossible dream. So she too was an artist. She connected in the most profound and yet humble way. When I see this enduring and powerful spiral which so symbolizes the heart and soul of Foxcroft, then I comprehend totally her masterpiece. This is it. She did it. She had her vision, and every year we help to keep it alive and growing. And now the future, class of 2016. As you celebrate your Foxcroft career and your graduation and build your post-Foxcroft life, I have but a few pieces of advice. After all, this is a graduation speech, and it seems standard procedure to fling at least a couple of profound nuggets to be sure that the crowd is still awake. I could be flip and share Eric Idle's epigram, life has a very simple plot. First you're here, and then you're not. That is a cautionary tale, which encourages all of us to be aware of that ticking clock and always engage fully in now. Alas, I have only 3 bits of advice to share. The first comes from Nathaniel Hawthorne and his near-perfect novel, The Scarlet Letter. And it is just this: be true, be true, be true. Show freely to the world, if not your worst, yet some trait whereby the worst may be inferred. Hawthorne jumps out of the story to blurt out this warning. His message: be true. Don't be a poser. Love yourself, the real you. Be true. Embrace your values and beliefs and live by them. And be true. Love, honor, and cherish those who love you and care about you. Good advice for any century and any time of life. Miss Charlotte said it this way: be loyal to the royal in yourself. In class of 2016, look up and down your row now. These are your friends till the end. Second, do something difficult. Easy is fine on occasions. It feels good. But challenge yourself. Take a hard class. Develop a new skill outside of your comfort zone. Shake up your conventional thinking and do something that at first seems alien and impossible. Say hi and be kind to someone you don't even know. I, of course, look for a poem to demonstrate this. If you want simple, try this poem. The Lord in his wisdom made the fly and then forgot to tell us why. We relate to this Ogden Nash poem and we understand immediately, and we have a chuckle and move on. But the following poem may give you pause and puzzlement. It is profoundly intricate, contradictory, and thus both troubling and reassuring. And based on the astounding physical comedy of Charlie Chaplin, perhaps the most famous silent film star, because he understood the relationship between laughter and despair. The poet Hart Crane attempts to transfer the celluloid movements of Chaplin's genius into equally animated poetry, Chaplinesque by Hart Crane. We make our meek adjustments contented with such random consolations as the wind deposits in slithered and too ample pockets. For we can still love the world, who find a famished kitten on the step and no recesses for it from the fury of the street or warm, torn elbow cupboards. We will sidestep and to the final smirk dally the doom of that inevitable thumb that slowly chafes its puckered index toward us, facing the dull squint with what innocence and what surprise. And yet these fine collapses are not lies more than the pirouettes of any pliant cane. Our obsequies are, in a way, no enterprise. We can evade you and all else but the heart. What blame to us if the heart live on? The game enforces smirks, but we have seen the moon, and lonely alleys make a grail of laughter of an empty ash can, and through all sound of gaiety and quest, have heard a kitten in the wilderness. This is both hope and despair in this poem. There is a musicality and mystery that engages and yet perplexes. What does it mean? It is a litany of double meanings and complex metaphors working contrapuntally, but teasing and taunting each almost encounter with harmony. Is it about the frustrations and insecurity of creating your masterpiece in a world that simply seems not to care? The point, of course, is to take the plunge, take a stab at it, accept the challenge and maybe the failure, engage with the complex, confront what seems unsolvable, and take away what meaning you can forge and what solace there might be in trying. My third and final piece of advice is from one of my favorite authors and human beings of all time, Maya Angelou. I am inexorably tied to her because she appeared at Foxcroft, January 31st, 1991, and was so magical and amazing. I will never not be under the spell she cast that evening. We were totally present, involved, and alive. She drew us in with her voice and movement, her charisma and her words, her total understanding of performance, and we, those lucky few, were connected to something profoundly joyful and moving for a lifetime. She performed this poem that evening, and I need your help. I need your help. I need you to click your fingers for me, just like that, in a nice rhythm. All right, let's have some clicks. Human family. I note the obvious differences in the human family. Some of us are serious. Some thrive on comedy. Some declare their lives are lived as true profundity, and others claim they really live the real reality. The variety of our skin tones can confuse, bemuse, delight. Brown and pink and beige and purple, tan and blue and white. I've sailed upon the 7 seas and stopped on every land. I've seen the wonders of the world, not one common man. I know 10,000 women called Jane and Mary Jane, but I've not seen any two who really were the same. Mirror twins are different, although their features jibe, and lovers think quite different thoughts when lying side by side. We love and lose in China, we weep on England's moor, and laugh and moan in Guinea, and thrive on Spanish shores. We seek success in Finland, are born and die in Maine. In minor ways we differ, in major we're the same. I note the obvious differences between each sort and type, but we are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike. Say it with me. We are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike. We are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike. One more time. We are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike. This poem identifies one of the most extraordinary qualities of Foxcroft, and one that has made me most proud of being a part of it. We believe in the human family, and we delight in our diversity, whether it be race, nationality, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religious belief, political persuasions. We are all equal and invested members of the Foxcroft community. We learn so much from each other, and our difference is at the center of our unity. While not always easy, yes, there are dust-ups, misunderstandings, conflicts, and upsets, but these are dwarfed by the ability of community to encircle and include and empower all of us. And my classmates, this is a value that you take away today into your adult lives, and it will serve you well. Make it grow and flourish. Now, so that Ms. McGehee doesn't have to get out the big hook to end this part of the ceremony, I will leave you with a song prayer by another amazing bard, Bob Dylan. Dylan has been my constant companion since college, and I depend on him often to say things with style, grace, and cutting-edge honesty. To you, may God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Congratulations, class of 2016. My class, all of the wonders of the world await. Go get 'em.